Imagine stepping away for a normal day and coming back to find out your car is gone. No warning. No ticket. Shucks. Baniset. Now imagine finding out it wasn't just any car, and the person who ordered it towed may have just committed a felony without realizing it. That's exactly how this story starts, and it goes downhill fast. At first, the call didn't even sound real. I was told my vehicle had been towed from a residential area with strict HOA rules. That alone wasn't shocking. HOAs are known for being aggressive about enforcement. But the moment I asked which vehicle, everything changed. Because the car they were talking about wasn't personal property. It was an unmarked federal vehicle. No decals, no lights, no obvious indicators. Designed to blend in, and that design choice is exactly what caused the problem. According to what I later learned, one HOA board member noticed the car and immediately decided it didn't belong. No sticker, no familiar plate. And instead of taking a moment to verify ownership or ask questions, she jumped straight to action. She contacted a tow company and ordered the vehicle removed right away. No delay. No confirmation. Just a decision made on impulse. That single choice set off a chain reaction she couldn't stop. When I arrived at the tow yard, the atmosphere told me something was off before anyone said a word. At first, the staff treated it like any other tow. Then paperwork was reviewed. Names were checked. Ownership came up, and suddenly the entire mood shifted. Conversations got quieter. Managers were called in. Phones started ringing. Because towing a federal vehicle isn't just a mistake. It's a serious issue that raises legal and security concerns instantly. This is where a lot of people misunderstand the situation. This wasn't about a parking violation anymore. When you interfere with government property, even unknowingly, you step into legal territory that's very different from normal HOA disputes. It can disrupt official work, compromise safety, and trigger investigations. And all of that began with someone assuming authority meant absolute control. As the situation unfolded, it became clear this wasn't a misunderstanding. Other residents had questioned the decision. Someone had suggested waiting. Those warnings were ignored. The board member insisted the car be towed anyway. That detail mattered later, because intent matters when decisions have consequences. When law enforcement reached out to her, this was the moment everything could have slowed down. This was the opportunity to explain, cooperate, and accept responsibility. Instead, she argued. She defended the tow. She leaned hard into the idea that she was just enforcing the rules. In her mind, HOA authority outweighed everything else. That belief didn't hold up. The investigation was quiet, detailed, and thorough. Call logs were reviewed. Authorization records were pulled. Statements were taken. There was no rush, no drama, just facts, stacking up one by one. And those facts showed the tow was ordered deliberately, without verification, despite clear reasons to pause. That's how a felony charge entered the conversation. At the same time, the HOA moved quickly to distance itself. Emails were sent to residents. Statements were issued emphasizing that the board member acted independently. Suddenly, the same authority that empowered her became something no one wanted to claim. And residents were furious, not just because of the legal mess, but because this situation exposed how much unchecked power one person had been given. Meanwhile, the vehicle had to be thoroughly inspected before it could be released. Time was lost. Resources were diverted, all because one person couldn't slow down long enough to ask a simple question. Here's the part that really sticks with you. This entire situation was avoidable. Completely. One phone call would have ended it. One moment of restraint. One acknowledgement that maybe, just maybe, you don't know everything. But entitlement doesn't pause for logic. It pushes forward until reality pushes back. And reality pushed back hard. The felony charge didn't disappear quietly. It didn't get brushed aside. The evidence was solid. And the legal system doesn't care how important you feel in your neighborhood. Authority doesn't cancel accountability. And ignorance doesn't erase responsibility. This is where the story stops being about one person and starts being about everyone watching. Because situations like this happen all the time, just usually on a smaller scale. Someone gets a little power. They stop listening. They stop questioning themselves. And eventually, they make a decision that carries consequences they never imagined. It wasn't about the car. It was about control, about believing rules exist for other people, about assuming position equals protection. And the moment that assumption met the law, everything changed. By the end of it all, I got the vehicle back, but for her, the outcome followed her forward. Court records, background checks, a permanent reminder that authority without judgment is dangerous. And here's what this means for you. Whether you're part of an HOA, managing property, or enforcing rules at any level, this story is a warning. Power doesn't make you right. Titles don't shield you from consequences. And decisions made without humility can follow you for the rest of your life. Because sometimes, the smallest choices carry the biggest consequences. And on set day remade, there's no undo button.